Hello and welcome to my channel where every day is Halloween. Here we talk about horror movies, paranormal stories, and all whilst I do my makeup. And I love my fan. Hello, welcome. We have a new setup, a new background. If you would like to see me set this up, I have a vlog. I started a vlog channel, everyone. I've been wanting to talk about this. Honestly, I don't know if I've even mentioned it in my past videos. So maybe you knew this was happening, maybe you didn't, who knows. But it's up now, it's live, it's Chelsie Vlogs, and I will link it down in the description if you would like to go follow. There's only one video up. It's me redecorating my YouTube background, and there will be more videos to come. I don't know how often I'll be posting on there. So I upload on this channel, my main channel, every Friday evening, and on my vlog channel, I don't know, it'll be kind of sporadic. Eventually, I would like to get some kind of schedule over there, but until then, just go subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I do post, and also subscribe to this channel if you have not already, and hit the notification bell so you are notified every Friday when I post so you don't forget, and you can see my cool, wonderful, fun videos. Alright guys, today we are drinking LaCroix. I got a notification. We are drinking a LaCroix watermelon. Yum, and not sponsored. Wish it was. Literally tastes so good. 0 calories, refreshing. We love it. Okay. Today, as you can see in the description, I am doing my second on this channel actually. Found footage film movie recommendations, because I am a found footage whore. I love found footage movies. It's funny, I used to not like them. I thought they were stupid. Now I think they're so cool, and someday, in my wildest dreams, I'd love to make a found footage film. Will it be good? Probably not, but will it be fun to make? Definitely. Would it be cool? Definitely. So, I don't know, maybe someday. Alright guys, let's get into this. So, I am going to prime my face, and then we are going to move right into our first movie. Let's go. Gotta spray on some primer. Got our handy dandy fan. If you don't have a fan, you need to get you a fan. First of all, they're fierce. They're cute, stylish, practical. I'm always using my fan. I love it. Love so much. All right, let's throw in our foundation and talk about our first movie, which is Death of a Vlogger. Boys and girls. It says, Death of a Vlogger may very well be the paranormal activity of the YouTube generation. I would completely agree with that. I really enjoy this movie. So this movie is about a kid who is a YouTuber. He makes like YouTube videos, like crazy videos, and he made it pretty big online, and he has like a paranormal video and it goes viral. And then he, you know how things go viral, and then you just have to keep making like the next best thing. And he gets into this whole thing of like being haunted, and I don't want to give away too much, but it's just crazy because it has like the horror aspect of like being haunted, but then also has the like social aspect of like cancel culture, and how like social media affects people. And I, as a YouTuber and as I mean literally part of like the YouTube generation, I think that's so interesting to see in like a movie. I don't know, it was really cool. So it was how his YouTube channel, and how growing on YouTube, and how he has like some negative, like he has some backlash, negative feedback, whatever, and how that affects him and his entire being, his entire life, his mental state, his just everything. And it's just really cool. And as it said, like the paranormal activity of the YouTube generation, it is basically there's like some kind of thing or something haunting him, and or at least in his videos, and it's just a really cool thing to follow, because you're like, is it real, is it not real? You just don't really know, or do you know? And yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. It kind of like took me by surprise. I saw it got big on Twitter. If you don't already, follow me on Twitter, Chelsie Rath. A bunch of people were like sharing it. They're like, oh, this movie's really good, because it kind of looks, and even the movie itself, like, it kind of has like a lower quality to it. And I hate to even say that, because it actually is a really good movie and like found footage, but it's almost like you can tell it's made by a smaller director, which it was. I think this guy, he's like an Irish director. I forget his name, but I'll put it up here. And I think he's only done like one other like known movie. I mean, I'm sure he's done other things, but only one other known movie. And so you can kind of tell that it's like a smaller creator doing it, but it's still such a good movie. And also I love that because we love supporting people that are like smaller creators anyway. Go check it out because it is really good. I really enjoyed it, and I'm pretty sure I watched it on Prime Video. Next movie we have Unfriended. So this movie I feel like had kind of like what is that? Very polar opinions about it. Either people loved it or they hated it. And I personally, obviously it's on my recommended list, I really loved it. I've actually seen it a couple times now, and I think it's such a fun movie. I would say the first time I ever watched it, it wasn't my favorite. I literally do this all the time. I'm sure you do all of this all the time. Or you start something, you're like, not really for me right now. Come back to it in a year, and you're like, wow, that's a banging movie. Like, I like it. That's what I did. And now it's like I don't know if it's my one of my favorites, but it's probably, it's up there. I really enjoyed it. So basically it's friends. They're on like a Skype call, which I think that's what it is. I've been really into like Skype call horror movies. I have a few on my list. I just think they're so interesting because it's like, it's crazy what these people, these like directors and producers, whatever, can do with such a small space. I find that so interesting. It's like you have just this little bit of space and you have this whole movie going on within it, and it's just so, it's so cool how people do that. So basically it's friends, they're on a Skype thing. I'm gonna start going, they're on a Skype call, a Skype thing. They're on a Skype call, and there is, I don't want to give away too much, but basically there's something or someone on Skype call that starts to mess with them and eventually starts to, I mean, it's a horror movie. It starts to like kill and, you know, all that good jazz. So I won't give you away too much of like what happens, but it's just a very interesting dynamic, and there's a lot of story actually behind the characters and how, I mean, they're all friends, but there's a lot of like behind the scenes things that have happened. And of course this is the age of the internet, so this, you know, you're able to pull up like pictures and videos and different situations that people posted online, and so you can kind of get more of an understanding about these stories that are like coming out about these people. And it's such an interesting dynamic. Like, I really like how it's done, and it definitely creeps me out, and especially with those type of things, which I'll talk about that more with other videos like that. Sorry, my mirror's over here, I need to put it in front of me. Other movies like that as well, where it's like a Skype call, it's like literally everything's right in your face. Oh, I almost dropped that. Because you're literally like watching the screen, and the screen is like so zoomed in on their face because they're on like a Skype call, and if anything happens, it's just like right there. And it like jumps, it scares the crap out of you, and it's like, I hate jump scares, but I love jump scares because they always get me. So if you like jump scares, definitely check out that movie, and really like Skype call type movies in general, because that's just, it's like right in your face, so anything that happens, you're like, holy crap, like it makes you jump, and I love it. And that I think is currently on Netflix US, so definitely go check out that movie. Following up with Unfriended, we are going to talk about Unfriended Dark Web. Now this, I feel like this movie got even more hate, but I think it's even more interesting. Like, I love how they built off of Unfriended. So it's basically Unfriended Dark Web is basically like Unfriended 2, and different people, different characters, whole 9 yards, but it's the same thing. They're on a Skype call with their friends, talking, chit-chatting, hanging out, whatever, and then stuff starts happening, and it's less so paranormal and more so like it's dark web, so it's like people messing with them. And it just, I don't want to give anything away at all, but it just builds up on itself. And like, I personally could not really guess what was going to happen next. And I love that, because I watch so many movies that sometimes it's like, sometimes things can be kind of predictable. And in my opinion, it was not predictable. Maybe you'll watch it and you'll be like, I so knew that was going to happen. I did not know that it was going to happen. And I didn't predict a lot of it. A lot of it was like, whoa, what is going on? But like in a good way, not in a like, okay, stupid way, you know? So I definitely recommend that. Stuff smells like cotton candy. Yeah, I don't want to give away too much from the Unfriended Dark Web, because it's just like, it's a crazy ride. and it's just really interesting. But like I said, it's still another one of those Skype horror movies, found footage type things. I almost feel like they're definitely in the found footage genre, but I feel like almost like video chat or webcam or Skype or whatever, like it's almost like its own little subgenre of found footage, and it just holds a special place in my heart. I don't know why. I don't know. I like when people are just on their computer and shit happens to them. It's just very interesting to me, I must say. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite found footage movie is, or one that you would recommend. Maybe something you watched recently and you're like, ooh, this is good, like I need to tell people about it. Alright, I'm going to throw in a little bit of contour. I was going to do black, but I'm just going to do brown. I'm just going to be a basic bitch today. Next movie, while we're blending, this is very, eventually I should have mixed these in, but they were all in my mind. So the next one is Host. Now, this movie, again, it is a found footage Skype type movie, but this one I love because it's a friends group getting together, and one of the friends has like a woman, I think it's her friend or maybe someone she just knows. She might be paying for this. I think it's like a session, and she's doing like a spiritual session to do not like kind of like talk to the dead. I don't think she's like tarot cards. I think she's just kind of like a medium type, like spiritual guide type person. And the young adults, like some of them like most of them actually don't really believe in the medium, and the one girl definitely does because like she's the one that set the group up. And while they're doing their medium stuff, they may or may not release something, and it just turns into like this whole crazy ride. And that movie made me jump. Like, if you want something to just kind of freak you out, well, paranormal stuff freaks you out. Like, I love the paranormal, like, in real life and everything, but, like, on movies, because, again, I love the jump scares. They actually do scare me, actually do make me jump. Like, this is a movie, I turn out all the lights, because I love being scared. Turn out all the lights, I turn it on, and I get my blankie. And then the whole time I'm like, oh, I love that. It's my favorite thing. So that is one of those. That is like a blankie movie, is what we'll call it. It's a blankie movie. So you put the blankie, you're just like, like, can I look? I'm scared. I don't know. It's definitely something's gonna happen. Something's gonna jump out. And we love it. We stan. So definitely check out Host. I believe it's on Shudder. I think it was a Shudder exclusive. I love Shudder. We love Shudder. Stan Shudder, again, not sponsored. Wish it was. I'd love to have Shudder as a sponsor someday. That'd be amazing. Like, dreams come true. But until then, a girl can dream, right? I'm like always like, like, I've been doing too much TikTok. Check out my TikTok, Chelsie Wrath, everything's Chelsie Wrath. Is it great? I don't know, you be the judge. Like, I think they're fun. I love, TikToks are so fun to make. Like, they're so fun to make. Once you start to understand, like, how TikTok works, which really took me, like, a whole second to, like, understand, like, how the videos, like, stopped and started, and, like, doing the set timer so you could, like, have your 3 to 10 seconds before it started. Like, I was so new to this world, but now I'm, like, loving it. I, like, understand it. It's a great time. Go check me out. Like, go like it, go follow, whatever. Do what you want. Alright, let's move on to Host. Again, I don't want to give you away too much. That is, like, the premise. It's a good movie. I think it just came out in 2020. Like, I think it came out, like, early, like, maybe February 2020. I really like that movie. Like, I almost, after this, I just want to go, like, watch it again. Like, I really enjoyed it. It, like, freaked me out. That movie is kind of, like, paranormal of, I mean, that's, like, the paranormal of Skype. That's, like, the paranormal activity of a Skype call. That's what that movie is. Like, go check it out. Go watch it. It's on Shudder. Let's do our next movie. Oh, I love this movie. Alright, my next movie is the Poughkeepsie Tapes. This movie is freaking insane. Insane. You want to watch a crazy movie? Watch Poughkeepsie Tapes, because, like, girl, like, literally insane, literally crazy. Alright, we're gonna throw some black on our eyebrows. Let's do our eyebrows and talk about the Poughkeepsie Tapes. First of all, I love that name, the Poughkeepsie Tapes. Like, you could not have found, or, like, is this a real place? Poughkeepsie a real place? I'm sure Poughkeepsie's a real place somewhere. Luna, stop. My cat is rubbing up against my tripod. Okay, Poughkeepsie itself, I'm sure it's a place somewhere in the world, and I just love that name, Poughkeepsie. But this movie is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I cannot recommend it enough if you are into kind of dark, crazy stuff. It's not like, I mean, it's not insane, but it's pretty dark. Like, it's pretty crazy. Like, I would not let children watch this at all. Just saying, just my 5 cents. Yeah, you're not getting 2 cents here, you're getting 5 whole cents here. And those are my 5 cents. So the Poughkeepsie Tapes, what I love so much about it is that it has 2 point of views. So there are 2 point of views of these tapes. So you have the tapes from like the killer. So there's a killer. And then you also, because he like records everything that he does, which is like crazy. He like stalks people, he kills people, he abducts people. And then you have the like police cams and the different cameras from the different detectives and whatever, from the cops and the detectives that are hunting the killer. And as a horror fan and as a true crime fan, this is just like a home run for me, and I love it. It's a chef's kiss all around. Great movie. It's dark, it's creepy, it's a serial killer, it's cops trying to get the serial killer, there's twists and turns. And this movie, I don't want to hype it up too much because then you'll watch it and be like, wow, that was stupid. But I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. And if you're into anything that I just said, I think you'll like it, especially if you're a true fan. If you're a true crime fan, you'll like this movie. I know you will, because it's just so interesting. It's a crazy thing to follow. And even like the way, I don't want to give away too much, but just the twists and turns that do happen, you're like, you're just shook. You're shook. You're just like, oh my god, like I cannot believe this happened. Like that's so insane. All the way up until the last frame. And there's a few parts that make you just uncomfortable and you're like, it's crazy. Okay, our brows are done. Definitely go check out the Poughkeepsie Tapes. Highly recommend. Think it's great, especially if you're a true crime fan. Go check it out. I think I watched this on Prime Video, not 100% sure, but it's fairly, what year is this? 2007, so yeah, so it's a fairly older movie, so it should be somewhat easy to find. I don't know. Next movie is The Den. Okay, this is kind of a collab. This is kind of a mix of like basically the last 2 movies I told you about. Well, I don't know. Anyway, so basically this lady, she is doing some kind of like research project, whatever. Omegle, I think that's what it's called. It's something like that. So basically you just get on, it just randomly generates like a person for you to talk to that's also on this website or on this site, whatever. And this lady, I think she's doing it like every day, all day, something like that. Like she's constantly just talking to these new people. So for her research, she's filming everything, recording everything, doing this Omegle type thing. Is it Omegle? Amigo? I don't know. As she's doing this, just random crazy things happen throughout here with these different people that she's talking to, meeting, whatever. And as it goes on, it kind of turns into like this true crime-esque. So in the beginning, I would say in the beginning you're kind of like, okay, like what is this movie even doing? Because it's kind of very random, and there's some of the people that she sees on here, meets on here, are very random, and some of them are kind of goofy. But as the movie goes on, it just keeps getting better and more like, what is going on? Like, what the hell did I just see? Like, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. And the ending is like, whoa, like, that's like real life. Like, it's crazy. So I definitely recommend The Den. It's just a crazy good time. I think I'm gonna do like a red and black eye color because I'm just in a red and black type of mood. Dip into this. So I'm dipping into a red color called Cherry Soda. This movie is great, especially around October. Love this movie. It's The House October Built. I really enjoy this movie. It's found footage, obviously. And these people, I think it's 4 friends. I believe it's 4 friends, go around. There's 3 guys and a woman, and they go to different haunted houses throughout America. It might even be like, I think it's just the East Coast. And they go to these different haunted houses, like kind of like the like craziest haunted houses or scariest or just whatever. That's what they're trying to find. They're basically trying to find like the scariest of the scariest haunted houses. It's just really interesting. It's really interesting to me as like, even though I'm like such a horror fan and I love all the spooky stuff and try to be, well, I don't know if I try. I mean, I'm very gothic. I love black and dark and da-da-da. I don't like haunted houses. Now, I like real haunted houses. Like, if I have like some real ghosts and some real paranormal shit, I'm here for it. But people dressing up in masks and jumping out, grabbing me, scaring me, like, it's just too much. Like, I am like a cat. I don't like loud noises, and I don't like being touched. First of all, like here in Ohio, we have like the haunted hoochie, stuff like that. They can like grab you, like sign a waiver or whatever, and I just can't. Like, it just literally freaks me out. I can't do it. They end up finding exactly what they're looking for, only I think they regret it eventually. So that is all I will say on that. It's pretty good. And there's also a House That Built October Part 2, and I much rather or prefer the first one. Like, I actually didn't put the second one on my list, but I think it's an honorable mention because it's not bad, and it's kind of a cool follow-up to the first one. So if you really enjoy the first one, like, I really enjoy Part 2s just for like what they are, being just like, I can get a little bit more of like the characters, a little bit more of what I originally enjoyed, but it's just not as good as the first, which that's a lot of movies. So I definitely recommend that, especially around Halloween time, and it's just so fun. But for me, as a person who does not go through haunted houses, it's kind of fun to watch or kind of fun to like go with them on their journey, because it's like, oh, this is kind of fun, like, oh, this is fun for my couch, you know? The next movie we have is VHS. I really enjoy this movie. It gives me like 90 vibes. It like this 90s aesthetic. That's what it is. It gives me a 90s aesthetic vibe, which I just love that. Like, so I just love it so much. VHS is an anthology movie, and so there's like the main thing that's like kind of going on, and these guys break into this older guy's house, and there's a VHS, and I don't know if they put it in or if it's already playing and they watch it while they're like going through the house, whatever. It's like playing while they're going through the house. And on this VHS, it shows 3 different stories, so it's like an anthology. The very first one that plays is my favorite. So if you watch it, you'll know what it is. Basically, my favorite one, it's these guys, they go out in the town, they're trying to, you know, pick up some chicks, because like that's what dudes do apparently. And they find a couple women that are like, yeah, you know, we're down, dude, like, cool, like, we'll hang out with you back at your place. And they go back, and stuff gets pretty wild, like, unexpectedly, like, you're like, what did I just see? Wild. And I love it. Like, we stan. So if you've seen VHS, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go watch it. Very first anthology that plays, like, you're like, oh my gosh, like, we stan, we love. So definitely go check that out. And I think they're all, like, I think all of the anthology, what are they called? Like, little stories, whatever. I think they're all good. I love them. They're so fun. They all just give me, like, this 90s vibe, and I love it. Like, anything that gives me 90s vibe, like, I'm so here for it. It just makes me feel so happy, and we love that. So I'm going to take this sparkly eyeshadow and put it right here. So definitely go check out VHS. It is, I wouldn't say VHS is like real scary. Like, it's definitely not super scary. Or like even that. I mean, it's creepy, but it was more so just like a fun, creepy thing to watch. You know what I mean? It didn't have me like shaking in my boots or nothing. Not every horror movie has to frighten you. Like, you know, sometimes it can be a horror movie without making you shake in your boots. Okay, definitely, I like the shimmer, but I'm gonna add some more black to make this darker because we like it dark, alright? And there's actually 2 other, like, VHS movies. I mean, they're all good, none of them are bad, but the first one's just my favorite. And people really dog the most recent one, the third one, but honestly, the first and third I liked it better than the second, but the second wasn't bad either. They're all like cool anthology, creepy movies. Alright, so that's VHS. Go check it out. Alright, guys, the next movie. Okay, ooh. This got $5.4 million at the box office in the United States. I thought that was so crazy for like a found footage horror movie. Grave Encounters. Everybody loves Grave Encounters. I feel like even people that aren't found footage horror movie fans stan Grave Encounters. Like, people cannot say enough good things about Grave Encounters. Now, I'm sure there's someone that's watching this that's like, oh my god, that movie's not even that good, da 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 da. You know what? That's fine if you think that, but it is really creepy. That's a blankie movie. That's what that is. So sometimes that's a blankie movie. Oh my god, there are parts that I'm just like they're scarred into my mind. But I would say some of these characters, if you've been around the internet, especially like the horror side of the internet, you've definitely seen these characters before. More than likely you've seen these, whether it was a gif or a picture of just like something really creepy, scary, da da da. You've probably seen something from Grave Encounters and you just don't realize that's where it's from. It's some good stuff. So basically, and I also love too, because I don't really watch them as much as an adult, but it's about ghost hunters. I used to watch it all the time as a kid. Ghost hunters. It's funny, they don't really actually even believe in ghosts, which I'm sure there are lots of ghost hunters out there that don't actually believe in ghosts, but they do it just for like the money. One of my favorite parts of this movie is I'm just gonna tell you because it doesn't have any big impact to this movie at all. It's just really funny. It's right in the beginning. And so if you want to skip ahead real quick, 10 seconds, whatever. So this guy, these people that work as the like filming crew and the main person that talks, and he's like the main ghost hunter or whatever. He's there and he was like, sir, and they're at this facility. It's a sane asylum, and they're spending like the night, and everyone's like, oh, it's so haunted, da da da. And so there's this guy, and he's outside like mowing and like weed whacking or whatever, like taking care of like the grounds. Like, you can tell it's just like his job. He's like, sir, can you please come over here and tell us like your paranormal experience? And the guy's just standing there like, I haven't had one. And I'm pretty sure he like slides him $20 or something. He's like, just make up some for like the camera. And he's like, oh yeah, it's very haunted, very scary. And I don't know why, I just find that so funny. I love, like, my favorite part of movies, other than like, obviously like the scary, creepy, crazy parts, are literally like the cheesy, funny, random stuff. Like, I love finding just like funny, cheesy stuff where they're like, let's do this because like it's just funny, and I love that. Like, so definitely go check out Grave Encounters. There's a second one as well, but I honestly don't think I even finished the second one. Not because it wasn't good, it just because while I was watching it, I got busy with something else, so I had to turn it off, and I haven't came back to it. So now we're gonna add some white to the bottom inner corners of our eye here. So definitely go check out Grave Encounters. Definitely very creepy, very spooky, lots of great, I don't know, it just kind of puts you on edge and makes you feel like some kind of way. It kind of gives me like some Ghost Ship vibes, kind of, honestly. So if you've ever seen Ghost Ship, it's kind of like, it kind of gives me those kind of vibes, like of being trapped. I think it's it's a pretty popular, like 5.4 million at the box office. Like, that's crazy. It's a very popular movie. Like, I feel like even people that don't care for found footage enjoy it. So all we have left, all right, so we have our last movie, and then I'm going to throw on some mascara, some lipstick, and a little bit of highlight. So our final movie is The Taking of Deborah Logan. I always say Deborah Morgan because I love Dexter, and I love Deborah Morgan, and apparently I watch it too much because every time I type this or say this, I literally always put Deborah Morgan. This movie actually, creepy. It's a blankie movie. It's creepy, but then also, like, it makes me sad, too. Like, the beginning, like, when I first watched this, I'm a very emotional person, in case you didn't know. So, basically, this old lady, she has Alzheimer's, and it's showing, like, what she goes through, and that's what's so sad, because, like, the shit she's going through, like, is, like, real. I mean, this isn't just, like, a horror movie. I mean, obviously, horror can be real. I don't know what she's doing. But, it's just, I don't know, this is, like, stuff people actually face all the time, and it's actually really sad. And it made me really emotional the first time I watched it. It made me cry. So definitely go check that out. The first, it's kind of sad. Maybe it's not that sad to you. I'm an emotional person. But as you go on, it just kind of like, there's like a good story behind it all. And things start to unravel and they get really crazy really fast. And it's just a good, the whole time you're like, what is going on? Because even I was like, what is why are these things happening with this lady? Like, what is going on? And then as the further you get into it, the more that it starts to, you know, unravel, as, you know, movies do. It just gets so crazy, and you definitely have to watch it. Like I said, I've literally seen it a handful of times now, and a lot of people recommend this movie. It's very underrated. I was watching a video by Possessed by Horror. Love her channel. And she was recommending this on like I think it was literally a found footage like recommendation video that I watched because I was in the mood for some, but I just didn't know like what to watch. And I think that was on there. I think Grave Encounters might have been on there too, honestly. The other ones, I don't know if they were. I don't think they were, but I don't know. Go check out her video too, because she makes great horror movie content. I love it. I even watch her like vlog channel. It's not really a vlog channel. It's just like, it's actually her main channel. It's just like about her life and her opinions and stuff. And I love her. Like, she's so cool. So anyway, so go check out Possessed by Horror. We love her. But definitely go check out The Taking of Deborah, Logan, and even the ending. Like, the whole time is so crazy. And there's a part in there, and if you've seen this, you know what I'm talking about. There's a part in there where you're like, what in the hell did I just see? Like, you're like, what? It's closer to the end, and it's crazy. So enjoy that. Alright, we're going to throw on some lipstick. And this look will be complete, honey. You gotta let these lips dry, honey. So let me know down in the comments what your favorite of the movies I even listed. So I've been asking for your favorite, your most recommended, but of what I listed, have you seen them? Have you not seen them? Are you going to watch them? Which one sounded the most interesting? We're going to throw on some highlight, and that will finish this look today. So it actually looks really cute. My last couple looks have been kind of simple, so if you're here for a nice, cute, simple, like, you can do it. I mean, you can do all my looks, honestly. They're all pretty easy, but this is definitely for you. Be sure to go and follow me on Instagram and Twitter, especially Twitter if you're a horror fan, which if you're here, you probably are. And go follow my my vlog channel if you care enough to. I only have one video up there so far, but there will be more to come for sure. Once Corona has passed and this pandemic is over and people are vaccinated and we get back to traveling. I love traveling. Me and my husband, we travel all the time. When we are able to, I'll be doing some travel vlogs over there too. I'm very excited about that. I have no idea how that's going to go because I've never done it before, but you know what? I love trying new things. I'm here for it. It's always a good time. It's always fun. This is my finished look. I love it. I think it's very cute. I am actually gonna go and jump over and film a video for my second channel now. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And as always, live your best life, be kind to others, and I will see you next week. Peace out.